People often ask us this question: legal twins, why did you dedicate much power and energy when giving legal advice? And we simply answered: when the law happens to you, money and power may not save you. Good day, legal twins family. Today we are talking about something extremely important. Not because we want to judge anybody, but because we want to educate ourselves, protect ourselves as well, and protect the next generation. And before we go further, let us say this clearly. We are doing this with a lot of love for Pokoli. So this discussion is not an attack on Pokoli. It is not our job to pronounce him guilty or innocent. Therefore, until the court determines his matter, we must be careful with our words. Now, let us discuss something that every young person, parents, brothers, and sisters needs to understand, and it is consent. Consent is permission. When it comes to sexual activities, a person must agree freely to participate. Being with someone is not automatically a consent. Dancing with someone is not automatically a consent. In fact, flirting with someone is not automatically a consent. In fact, in the case of Oloyede vs. State of Lagos, the Court of Appeal enforced the decision that a person visits another person's house does not automatically amount to sexual activity. So, gentlemen, never assume. Ask, listen, and respect the answer. Consent must be genuine. If someone says no, respect the no. For those of us in criminal code jurisdiction, section 357 of the criminal code is peculiar in this aspect. So, legal twins family, the message is straightforward. Do not assume consent. Do not pressure somebody into saying yes. Do not interpret silence as permission. Do not believe that the previous affection is automatically permission for another. Dear mothers, sisters, and families, please educate your men. Tell your brothers, tell your uncles, tell your sons, tell your nephew. Teach them that being a man is not taking what you want. Real maturity includes knowing when to stop. If she say no, stop. If there is no any genuine agreement, stop. If you don't know whether she's contemplating whether yes or no, stop. A few weeks ago, we wrote an article titled, "We cannot be visiting you in correctional service because of 30 minutes enjoyment." If you haven't read that article, rush down to our Facebook page now and go and read it. The article was about thinking beyond the moment, because sometimes what looks like an enjoyment can produce consequences that last for years. Let us educate ourselves. Let us protect our futures. Let us protect the next generations. And to Pokoli, our hearts are with you. We are not sitting here as a court. In fact, we are not declaring you as guilty. And we are not claiming to know the fact that have not been established by the court. We assume your innocence unless and until the court assumes otherwise. The law must be respected. The court process must be respected. In fact, consent must always be respected as well. Finally, let us leave you with this. Consent is not weakness. Respecting consent is not weakness. It is responsibility. It is maturity. Before you enter any sexual situation, don't assume, communicate. From the Temple of Justice, we are the Legal Twins. And don't forget our backup page, Talk to Legal Twins, on Facebook and TikTok. See you next time.